Are you looking at a harmless family station wagon? Or are you staring at a rolling coffin hiding the heart of a monster? Get ready, because the truth is far more shocking than most people realize. For decades, Detroit mastered the art of deception, disguising brutal racing power inside the bodies of practical family haulers and creating machines that could humiliate expensive sports cars while carrying groceries and children in the back seat. These were not ordinary vehicles. They were 2-ton steel predators capable of shredding tires, dominating drag strips, and leaving bewildered Corvette owners staring at taillights. Along the way, they became the center of corporate scandals, engineering disasters, billion-dollar mistakes, and historical tragedies that many automotive giants would rather forget. Some of these vehicles were destroyed by desperation, others by greed, and a few by their own fatal design flaws. And before we reach the end of this journey, we will encounter a machine so rare that it has become little more than an automotive ghost. So settle in, because this is one of the most fascinating chapters in automotive history. Our story begins before the bombs fell on Pearl Harbor, with the magnificent 1941 Pontiac Custom Torpedo 8 wood-bodied station wagon. This was a time when master carpenters were just as important to Detroit as engineers. Weighing roughly 3,500 pounds, the wagon featured an elegant framework crafted from solid ash and rich mahogany, each piece carefully shaped and polished until it gleamed like fine furniture. It was far more than transportation. For wealthy families, it was a rolling work of art, a luxury living room on wheels powered by a dependable straight-8 engine producing 103 horsepower. Yet the very material that made it beautiful also sealed its fate. Most people assumed the surviving examples disappeared because years of rain and weather rotted the wood away. The truth is far more heartbreaking. During the harsh post-war winters, when heating fuel was scarce and families struggled simply to survive, many owners dismantled their own wagons. Doors, side panels, and wooden trim were chopped apart and fed into fireplaces to keep loved ones warm through freezing nights. These elegant luxury vehicles were literally burned for survival. Because of those desperate choices, original 1941 Pontiac Woodies are extraordinarily rare today. The few remaining examples are treated almost like sacred relics, carefully preserved in climate-controlled collections and often valued well above $100,000 at prestigious auctions. They represent a fragile moment in history that can never be recreated. But as tragic as that story is, it pales in comparison to the cold corporate betrayal waiting ahead. The fall of a giant is always painful, and few falls were more dramatic than Packard's. By 1958, the legendary automaker was fighting for its life. Once famous for building luxury automobiles and even engines for World War II fighter aircraft, Packard had been reduced to desperate survival. Its station wagon weighed more than 3,800 pounds and carried a respectable 275 horsepower V8 capable of pushing the car beyond 100 miles per hour. On paper, it seemed impressive. In reality, it concealed an embarrassing secret. Beneath the prestigious Packard badge was little more than a modified Studebaker President dressed up with fiberglass fins and cosmetic changes. Buyers immediately saw through the disguise and mockingly nicknamed it the Packard Baker. Dealerships struggled to sell them, and only 159 examples were ever produced before Packard collapsed forever. Customers seeking true luxury flocked to Cadillac instead, leaving this awkward hybrid to become a symbol of corporate desperation. Ironically, that embarrassment has made surviving examples highly valuable today. Automotive historians view them as physical evidence of one of America's most famous corporate failures, and finding an intact example is incredibly difficult. Yet while Packard's downfall was tragic, another Detroit manufacturer was about to create an even larger disaster. Welcome to one of the greatest financial failures in automotive history, the 1958 Edsel Bermuda 9-passenger station wagon. Ford Motor Company invested the modern equivalent of roughly $3 billion developing the Edsel brand, expecting it to revolutionize the industry. Instead, it became a national punchline. The Bermuda weighed over 4,100 pounds and was powered by a muscular 303 horsepower V8. It featured advanced technology for its era, including a push-button transmission mounted directly in the center of the steering wheel. Unfortunately, buyers could not get past its appearance. Critics famously compared the front grille to an Oldsmobile sucking on a sour lemon. To make matters worse, fake wood paneling known as DNOC decorated the sides and often peeled away under summer heat, making an expensive car look cheap.